This is Valley Center TV on Monday, December 14th, 2015. This is David Ross, editor of the Valley Roadrunner, reporting, bringing you the headlines from the pages of this week's paper. The Valley Center Chamber of Commerce has named VC Fire Chief Joe Napier and Julie Pico of the VC Vaqueros as Joint Citizens of the Year for 2016. Napier, a resident of Valley Center for 20 years, is just completing his first year as fire chief. He competed against 30 candidates from across the U.S. and rose to the top because of his intimate understanding of our community. Since he has acquired the job, he has worked tirelessly in what he describes as his quote, dream job. Julie Pico is the VC Vaqueros Vice President and Young Rider Leader. She plans over half of the Vaqueros events throughout the year. She works tirelessly to provide a fun and safe environment for equestrians of all ages, freely sharing her passion and expertise. Pico is a local horse trainer who grew up in Lakeside and moved to VC with her husband John, raising their two children, Samantha and Johnny. The two Citizens of the Year will be honored as part of the Chamber of Commerce's Installation and Awards Fiesta in January at Harrah's. See your screen for details.
Join your friends at the Valley Center Library Wednesday, December 16th for the second annual Family Holiday Movie Night. The fun happens in the community room at 4:30 p.m. when they will begin a claymation marathon with Santa Claus, followed by Rudolph and then Frosty. It's free, of course.
History was made in 1974 when for the first time ever the Pope conferred knighthood on a person of the Jewish faith. The man was Colonel Irving Solomon of Valley Center, and the sword used in that knighting ceremony will be on display at the VC History Museum from now on. The sword was commissioned following a papal order from Pope Paul VI to honor Colonel Solomon for distinguished and notable life achievements and for his support of humanitarian and philanthropic causes. The sword was donated to the museum by the estate of his daughter, the late Abby Wolfsheimer Stutz, who cared for the historic item during the past 4 decades. It will remain on permanent exhibition and become part of the museum's extensive Solomon archive, which contains the papers, documents, and memorabilia of Solomon's career and personal life. The History Museum at 29200 Coldgrade Road is open Tuesday through Saturday from noon to 4 p.m. Admission and parking are free. For more information, see the website address and phone number on your screen.
Hi everybody, VCTV Sports is back with a vengeance. There's a lot going on, so let's tip off. After opening up the season with a pair of frustrating losses, including an overtime setback to Coronado, the Valley Center High boys basketball team quickly turned things around with 3 straight wins in less than 24 hours. Having already secured wins over Indio and 29 Palms in a rare doubleheader on Friday, the Jags capped their splendid weekend run with a 77-51 win over El Centro Southwest on Saturday afternoon in the concluding game of the Imperial Tiger Classic. VC got great balanced scoring from 4 of their starters, each of whom put up double figures. Terrence Beckvar and Jacob Andreas led the way with 17 points apiece, while Rhett Riley and Tim Calderon each chipped in with 14. This key victory got the Jags over 500 for the first time this year and clearly has the team headed in the right direction. In the 82-45 conquest of Indio, the sharpshooting Beckvar was at his best, knocking down 24 points, but he got plenty of help from Andreas with 18 and Calderon with 14. And in the 57-51 win over 29 Palms, it was the same trio doing the heavy lifting, scoring a combined 42 points. This guard-oriented VC team should be a lot of fun to watch this season, so if you have the chance, do yourself a favor and go check them out. They are well worth the look. The Jags of Coach John Jones will get back into action this coming Friday afternoon against Crawford High. On the girls' front, the Cagers of Coach Paige Minton scored a 34-24 win over Monta Vista Friday to up their season record to 3-2. The Jags had secured previous victories over Sage Creek and Lincoln. VC's talented guard Hannah Keller was recently mentioned in a Union Tribune Players to Watch list. The Lady Jags will next take to the court when they travel to Morris for a Wednesday night 7 p.m. matchup. An experienced and perhaps special VC boys soccer team has kicked off their new season in splendid style. After an impressive 7-zip whitewash of Mar Vista in their opener, the Jags remained unbeaten as they battled to a 2-2 draw with Elsinore. Through 2 games, the big scorer for the Jags have been striker Rod Rodriguez with 3 goals and 3 assists, Midfielder Tony Rizzo with 3 goals and a helper, and striker Christian Munoz with a pair of goals and an assist. Another team in search of a banner year is the talented and deep wrestling squad of Coach Wes Jones. Already this season has accomplished something never before done by capturing the season's first 3 matches against Canyon Crest, Del Norte, and Mission Hills. Jones is a big believer in his team and is convinced the Jags are destined to accomplish some special things in tournament, league, and CIF competition. Thus far, the wrestlers of note have been Michael Garcia with a pin and technical fall, Clamaco Morales with 2 pins and a majority decision, Braden White with a decision and a pin, Brock Moffitt with a pair of pins, and Manny Perez with 2 pins as well. Well, that's a wrap for sports, but we invite you as always to check out this week's edition of the Valley Roadrunner that will have feature stories on the Jag hoop team and the soccer squad of Coach Dale Blasis. Until next time, this is Jim Tell Evans saying thanks for stopping by as I make my usual exit, stage left.
If enjoying great food, door prizes, meeting new friends, and learning about your community is important to you, then the 6th Annual Valley Center Disaster Animal Response Team, DART, open house on Monday, December 14th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Valley Center Public Library may be your cup of tea. Organized under the County of San Diego's Department of Animal Services, DAS VC DART is a local emergency response organization which will help to provide for the safety of pets and livestock in a disaster. You can meet DART's volunteer members and view a rolling slideshow highlighting DART's activities while you take part in a holiday meal. For more information, contact the group at the information on your screen. Good morning. I've invited Marcy and Charles Carr of the North County Players in order to talk about their show that's been running for how many years?
Come out upon 10 years now.
And many people have noticed that my beard is getting straggly, and it's because I have a small part in this show, so that's why I figured we would invite them in to talk about it. What's the name of the show?
It's called Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Dickens, and it's a faithful adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
And the first time we did the Christmas Carol was here in Valley Center almost 10 years ago at Bates Nut Farm in the tent.
That was quite an experience for those of us who were involved in that, because it was the tent, and it had rained just like it had rained this last week, and it was interesting, wasn't it?
And you've been in every show since then, almost 10 years, as Christmas present, and...
Somebody else we won't mention.
Oh, you mean him?
Yes, him.
Oh, okay.
Himself.
Yeah, okay. Tell us when the show is going to be. It's this next weekend, isn't it?
Oh, yes. We have 3 weeks tomorrow.
You can make it.
It opens actually Thursday is invited dress, and then Friday, 7 p.m.
Thursday invited dress. You mean you invite people to be dressed? Or is there a clothing optional version of this play?
It's a term, invited dress rehearsal means that it's half price. And people can come see the show, but it's like, what would you call it?
We call it a half dress, half price rehearsal. But it's the full show. It'll be the whole deal.
Now, the theater is huge, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So nice. We can basically accommodate just about anybody who wants to show up. So if you haven't been able to get tickets online for whatever reason, and I know some people have said that, that's probably because they're technically illiterate or something. But
you're getting better.
If there are such people, they could show up. Now, perhaps people ought to know where the play is going to be.
It's going to be at the San Marcos Civic Center, and there's a little theater in there, really nice. And where you get tickets is you just go to northcountyplayers.org.
Okay, and we'll put that up on our screen
That's
for
right.
people.
Yes.
Here, right
along with the address.
Right.
.org, and one-click tickets. It's very simple. Once you go right there, boom, you buy your tickets, and you're in.
And you can buy them at the door if you want to as well. But it's the Ticket Peak site is really, really great, so it's real easy.
And it's first come, first serve as far as the seats are concerned,
yes.
Right? You're not assigned you're not assigned seats, correct?
But no, it's you're right. So come early if you want a special seat. So you want to be near a speaker because you need a little help with hearing or with volume, or you like being near the aisle or whatever. Just come come early, you get your seat.
Yeah.
This is really kid-friendly too, right?
Yes. Yes.
Isn't there like a visit by someone special?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, there is.
You're pretty special.
What was I going to mention? Oh, and there's quite a few people from Valley Center in the play that have been in it many years as well, and it's really, really great.
We've got Neha Curtis and his son Peregrine, Morgan Brown, who owns one of the local realties, just a few others, very cool.
Now, since you've done this show for 10 years, you must like it. So what is it about this show that you like so much? And I'd also tell the people in our audience that this is the last time that you're going to do this show for a while.
For a while, and it's time to do a new show. And so if you haven't seen it, or you've seen it a few years back, and you wanted to see it again, come. We think you'll really enjoy it. We've added a lot of neat new things: dancers, carolers, cool lighting and sound effects. It's a bunch of goodies.
Yeah, it's really quite fun, and you do a wonderful job, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for coming in this morning, and back to you.
All presser.
Thanks, Dave.
A beginning sculpture class, sponsored by Valley Center Art Association, VCAA, will be offered on 5 successive Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. starting January 5th. The classes will be held in the seminar room of Valley Center Library. The tuition-free class will be taught by sculptor and VCAA member Dave Miller. The class is restricted to 8 students. Quote, "We are keeping the class size very small to ensure that David can give each student adequate attention," said VCAA President Barbara Graham. Quote, "We are very lucky to have this talented, award-winning artist as an instructor for this class." To register for the beginning sculpting class, see the contact information on your screen.
That's all for today. Please let us know what you think about this program. We'd like your suggestions for things to make it better. See you next time, and in the meantime, look for the latest news in the Valley Roadrunner.